Hello again, and good morning. Here are our friends Farley and Elmo, and they're going to be here to share story time with us today. And Miss Nicole is going to read you the story, The Incredible Shrinking Teacher by Lisa Passon. And here's the title page. Miss Irma Birnbaum was the toughest teacher in town. Look at all the scared faces. But none of the children cared. It was the day before the last day of school, and summer fun was on their minds. Other teachers in other classrooms were having parties, real fun parties. Miss Irma Birnbaum went on with her lessons, spelling, reading, math. Homework for tomorrow, she announced, is to be prepared for a surprise. I bet Mrs. Birnbaum's surprise is a test with 101 questions, said Ruby Flint when the end of the school bell rang. Miss Birnbaum is the cruelest teacher in the world, explained Johnny O'Leary. The children never would have guessed what Mrs. Birnbaum had in store for them. A last day of the school celebration. Mrs. Birnbaum stayed late to prepare for the party. She decorated with balloons and streamers. She placed a present on each of the children's desks. She put out a special party game, pin the verb on the noun. Mrs. Birnbaum went to the cafeteria kitchen to make her favorite party treats. Prune pudding, kidney bean cookies, and Brussels sprout juice. She had to reach up high for a tray. The stool she stood on was too shaky. She slipped and fell right into the prune pudding, kidney bean cookies, and Brussels sprout juice. Mrs. Birnbaum felt funny. Her stockings started to itch. Her glasses fell off. She rubbed her eyes. Miss Irma Birnbaum put her glasses back on. What a mess, she explained and promptly cleaned up the kitchen. She noticed something very different. Everything seemed larger. She had to push open the cafeteria door. Water, said Mrs. Birnbaum. I need a drink of water. But she was too tiny to reach the drinking fountain. This is incredible. I'm shrinking. A light was on in the gym. Perhaps the custodian was still at the school. The little teacher struggled to open the supply room door. Dozens of balls and bats fell on top of her. Mrs. Birnbaum straightened herself up. She had become even smaller. I must stop shrinking before morning or the last day of school party will be ruined. She headed for the library. Perhaps one of the books would have a solution to her unusual predicament. The library shelves seemed tall as skyscrapers. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum pulled and pulled and pulled, but the books on the bottom shelf wouldn't budge. She was still shrinking. She wandered through the hallways. Finally, she arrived at the only place where an answer could be found, the classroom. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum carried blocks back to the science center and made a stairway. As she read her science notes, she heard a strange noise. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum turned around. Behind her was a giant monster. Someone had left the door open to the class pet's cage open. Zippy the hamster looked very, very hungry. Zippy chased Mrs. Irma Birnbaum across the table. She ran into his cage and ran and ran and ran on his treadmill. Mrs. Birnbaum ran the entire night. The sun rose and Zippy fell asleep. A weary Mrs. Birnbaum staggered down the blocks. Tired. I am so tired. The school bell rang. Children filled the halls. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum, smaller than ever, was almost crushed in the crowd of busy walking feet. Johnny O'Leary's lunchbox fell out of his backpack. A big, fat chocolate cupcake landed right on top of Mrs. Irma Birnbaum. She thought she was done for sure. His sandwich, his straw, his drink, and his cupcake. Something yucky is on top of my cupcake, said Johnny. Look, yelled Ruby, it's Mrs. Birnbaum. Help me, help me. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum shouted. The children could only hear a teeny tiny whisper. The children rushed her to Principal Renfield's office. Mrs. Birnbaum, exclaimed the principal, where's the rest of you? The minuscule teacher slipped from Principal Renfield's hand and fell into the award-winning tropical fish tank aquarium. The principal thought quickly. He scooped Mrs. Birnbaum up from the fish tank. A small drop of chocolate icing was still stuck to her lip. She licked it off. Mrs. Irma Birnbaum felt funny. Her stocking started to itch. To everyone's amazement, she began to grow right in front of their eyes. Soon Mrs. Irma Birnbaum was her regular size. I will never again make prune pudding, she declared. Ugh, said Johnny. Mrs. Birnbaum used Principal Renfield's telephone to order pizza and cake to be delivered to her classroom. The children were thrilled. It was a fun-filled last day of school. Games, snacks, songs, dancing. Finally, the children opened their presents. Each one received a miniature dictionary. Miss Birnbaum, said Rudy, this was the best last day of the school party ever. Mrs. Birnbaum smiled. Well, I know what it's like to be little. The end. Thank you for joining Storytime. Okay, here we're going to sing The Wheels on the Bus. And I'm sure many of you have heard of it, so sing along at home. Okay. Here we have our bus and some of our people on the bus. Here we go. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The driver on the bus says, go to me. Move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, move on back. All through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. The horn and the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The baby on the bus says, wah, 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 wah. The baby on the bus goes, wah, 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 all through the town. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 clink. Clink, 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 the money on the bus goes clink, 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 all through the town. The signals on the bus go blink, 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 blink. The signals on the bus go blink, 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 all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The grandmas on the bus say, I love you, I love you, I love you. The grandmas on the bus say, I love you, all through the town. Thank you.